it's crazy how just when you think you've seen it all, there's always something that comes along that just doesn't make any sense at all. Go ahead and roll the clip.
A three-day human trafficking operation during one of San Diego's most popular events resulted in more than a dozen arrests.
How you doing?
A weekend full of crowds, cosplay, and pop culture led to 14 people being arrested and the recovery of 10 potential victims, including a 16-year-old during a human trafficking sting. The three-day operation during Comic-Con was led by the San Diego Human Trafficking Task Force. Attorney General Rob Bonta's office released the results from the operation, saying it aimed at targeting sex buyers, traffickers, and recovering potential victims.
I don't understand, how does something like Comic-Con turn into a human trafficking hotspot? I kind of understand because you have people coming in from all over to one place and people may want to enjoy themselves. Maybe they're from out of town, but I don't understand, like, how do you even, I know this is probably like going left, but how do you even gain customers? Like, is this going on some dark Reddit page where you meet people like, hey, we're gonna be here at this time? Or is this like you're walking up to Spider-Man like, yo, Spidey, I got this girl over here, Mary Jane, she trying to help you, release some of them webs. Like, how do you even go about this? But jokes aside, I think that this is actually one of the worst things that you can possibly be forced into. And it seems like every few weeks, maybe not few weeks, maybe I'm exaggerating, but it seems like recently there's just always a lot of articles and headlines and different things showing that these types of operations are being shut down. And it's unfortunate because it's something that until the end of time is probably never going to be stopped completely, because it's just so in demand and there's a market for it. And that's just the sad truth, whether we like it or not. And all we can do is our best to help those who are a part of it, being forced to be a part of it, and the people who are saved from this type of life. All you can really do is try to help acclimate them and get them the help they need, whether it's mentally, physically, financially, and basically adjust them or integrate them, I should say, back into society. And I mean, it's a terrible thing. It's sad. Like, it's actually very sad. It's actually like the worst thing that can be done to somebody. And to run this operation out of something like Comic-Con, you have to be like the worst person on the planet. Comic-Con is a place of joy and entertainment, and there's kids there. Like, there's people of all different walks of life that come there to enjoy themselves for anime, different comics and just different things like that. It makes no sense to have something like this run through Comic-Con. That's actually insane. Like, you have to be just the weirdest person. I mean, I understand because you have people coming in and there's a lot of people in hotels, and I understand that part of it, but it's just crazy, bro. It's crazy. This world we live in is sick, man. And you know what's crazy? You know what's like one of the worst parts about it is, imagine you're at Comic-Con and you get approached by somebody in a mask or some sort of, cosplay, right? And you can't get an actual description of what they look like. How do you report that? Like, man, Deadpool just tried to sell me this girl. Like, you can't really give a description. All you can do is go off of what you see. So if they're, clothed, or not, obviously they're gonna be clothed. They're not gonna be naked in public. But if they're cosplaying and you can't see them, let's say they're in a full outfit, you can't even see their skin color. How do you go about that when you tell the police? Well, like, what do you do? Obviously they can check cameras and try to piece things together, but it would just be so much more helpful if you could give a full description, which is something you're probably not going to be able to do. I think that we can all agree that this is a bad thing. It's a terrible thing. So I don't really have much to say about that when it comes to the question. Like, I'm not going to ask you guys, how do you feel about, sex trafficking? Like, I'm pretty sure we're all in agreement that that is a terrible thing, or we at least should be. If you're not, please seek help. But for today's question, I'm going to take it left field. It really doesn't have too much to do with the sex trafficking thing, but it's a simple question. Have you ever been to a Comic-Con? And if you have, did you cosplay, and who did you cosplay as? But I appreciate you guys for watching the video. Stay safe out there and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.